Looks like this coin was a cent. It was supposed to be a cent, but it's almost unstruck, although you can see Lincoln's profile, just an outline barely. A lot of people might think this is a cap die, struck through cap die, or even a weak strike, or they might think it's some type of uniface. But it is not. It is actually a Lincoln Memorial struck through grease. No date. So these are coins that I found, and I'm going to share, at least this one I didn't, but I found most of these in the stuff that I bought. I sent them off, and I want to share the results. There are some that I bought this way, but most of the annex that here, the ANACS, I sent off myself that I found. So we're going to talk about that, and we're going to show more of these in this video. But first, I want to share this with everyone. Over on Google Play, I have 3 apps. One of the apps is Mint Error Guide. It's a basic Mint Error Guide, but it has all the information you would need if you're beginning, and there's some information for people who've been in it for a while. Also, I have a coin photo grading app, and also have a coin values app that also has some photo grading. Now, these are, basic apps, but they are better than CoinSnap. They're better than these other apps. You don't take pictures of your coin. Yes, it does. These do have ads to help pay for them because I have to keep these updated. It costs to have a developer to do these because I don't do it myself. But I'll have the link in the description. If you have an iPhone, you can actually just visit the website that I used as the background for these. So you can use it on any phone. I just don't have them on iTunes right now. But if you get a chance, check out the link in the description and a pinned comment. So I showed you this one. These are not that rare, at least they're not in high demand, so there's not a lot of value to them. Probably worth about the submission fees, maybe a little bit more, since it is a decent error, and it's kind of fun to collect these. If you've never seen one, never owned one, someone might pay you $25. You might make 10, 15 bucks on this coin. If you didn't buy it first, if you found it in your change or rolls or whatever. Which is really cool. It is. It's not hardly have any of it struck at all. That's really neat. When I was going through some coins, there was this odd little silver area on this 1926S wheat cent. You can see it right there. And I thought, well, I got under the microscope because I know what I'm looking at when I'm looking under the microscope. And I noticed it has to be a part of this coin. But why? It has to be struck through, right? Well, that's what Annex said. It's struck through retained debris. And don't know what debris it is. A metal shaving off something is what it looks like. It looks like it could be silver. Who knows? I never had it tested. Not important. That is a cool strike through, even though it's a very minor strike through. But it is on an early cent. So that makes it a little more cool. A little more collectible. Then we have this Eisenhower dollar, and it's also struck through grease, type 1 reverse. And it's kind of beat up, but it's, still yet AU58, so it circulated for a little bit, but it is a large mint error, and typically larger denominations that have errors like this are going to be worth more. You might get 50 to 100 bucks out of this. I'm not, like I said, I haven't done research on all these. So Morgan struck through grease. Do you see where it struck through at? It's on the reverse. It's almost all estates is gone, and part of D and We and God We Trust. And a lot of people see that and they're like, why is it missing? It's got to be worth something. It's not a die variety because it wasn't removed from the die. Just a little bit of grease or goop or gunk or something that got in between the die and this planchet, or got on the planchet, or was on the die, and it kept it from striking those areas. That's what that is. It's kind of common. You see that a lot. Then I have an off-center, 1999. It's 20% off-center at K, 1 o'clock. Mint State 64 dime, Roosevelt dime. Now, if only one side's like this, then you know that it's a misaligned die. Then here's some double struck, second strike, 90% off center, uniface. Those are cool. I had a few of these that I sent off. We'll just run through these really quick. This one here is a 95% off as well. I have one here that's a lot more. You'll see it. It's really cool. These are all pretty much the same. Just kind of low grade stuff, really, for mint state. The higher grades are going to be worth more than these, but these are really not hardly worth the grading fees. I mean, pretty close to it, I guess. This is 60, mint state 60. This would not be worth sending off for grading. I wish, though, that it was the close AM on the back, but it's not. You can see the space. And here's another. This is 63, 90% off. Here's what the reverse looks like. I think they're cool, though, double struck coins. It's a good example of a mint error. Now, this one's my favorite out of those. It has almost the whole entire, or part of half the design of the other strike on it here, and it's 75% off center. The less off center they are, the better. And then I have these, which I did buy like this, and no edge lettering. So they missed the edge lettering. This is mint state or SP66, I should say. So you would check your satin sets for these. Okay, that's what SP is. And you go through those sets and try to see on the edge. You can still see the edge of the coins in those sets. This is a John Quincy Adams. Then I have a couple of the Washington missing edge letters. And these are the 2007. As you can see, there's no edge lettering. It's hard to see that. I like holders where you can see the edge. And then we have this one here. It's see if you can see. I can't see it on the obverse, but it's on the reverse. You can see rim burr. This is in a proof set. Andy found this one. I wish Annex would change their holders. The technology is there to have a lot better holders, and I just think they should. I mean, you see stuff like this on the holder. Looks like stress marks or something. I don't know. I just think they should. Then here's something you don't see very often, probably not worth sending off. This costs too much to put it in an NGC holder, but I wanted to try it anyways just to see if they would grade it, because they don't typically grade laminations. This is a obverse lamination, no date. The date was obscured. And you can see that this lamination on this. It is pretty cool, though. But you can see it. A lot of people see this and think they have die cracks and all. Laminations are different. The metal is actually, looks like it's peeling. And then I've got some buffalo nickels, and these are rotated dies. You flip them over, they're upside down. They're not supposed to be that way. This one got mint state 60, so 1913, and it is on a mound type 1. And then I have a 1920D, and this one's a good 6, and actually has 20-degree rotation. So having an example like this will help with finding out what rotation you have on your die rotations. It's always good you can buy inexpensive examples. Then here are some Broadstruck. This is just a little Broadstruck. It's not that dramatic, really not worth sending off, but I would like to have examples to show people. But it's just almost within mint specifications. It's really not off that much, but since it's a quarter, don't see it very often. This one here is really Broadstruck. And it won't have, these won't have the reeds on some parts of it if they're Broadstruck too much, because they're not struck inside the collar die. Or retaining collar, you can call it either way. And here's the reverse. So this one is a mint state 64, Broadstruck, 1989, 5 cents. And then here, this is something you'd want to send off because you don't see these on dollars much. But this is a narrow rim Broadstruck. So that means it's not a variety, except it's just an error. And that's why they put that on there, the narrow rim. But you can see that being a dollar coin, a higher denomination, they tend to be worth more whenever they're mint errors. Not always, but certain errors are worth more because they're on a dollar. So there you have it. There's some of my mint errors that I've discovered. They're just mostly minor mint errors. A couple of them worth a little bit of something. Your Morgan dollar, the 21, that's going to be worth a little bit of something. The Eisenhower dollar. But they're still not major mint errors, even though they look like they are. And we see that a lot in our help community and in the groups. But thanks for watching my latest video. Please join our channel. We do have channel memberships. And have a great day.